Welcome to Mint. In this edition of From the Newsroom, we are joined by Liz Mathew. Welcome to the show, Liz.
Thank you.
Today we are discussing the significance of the Bahujan Samaj Party, which is led by former Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Mayawati, and the prospects of the party in the ongoing state assembly elections, particularly in the states of Delhi, Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh. So Liz, we have seen in Delhi where they seem to be trying very hard to come back to the space that they had. They had 2 seats in the last elections and a good vote share. Whereas I suppose from your travels in Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh, you did not see a very clear coming back of the BSP. Why the difference? Why do you think this is happening?
So you rightly said that in Delhi they are trying to push their presence and trying to retain the space they have, or maybe they are trying to increase the space they have. Like Mayawati has laid out a meticulous plan. She herself personally interviewed 70 candidates for the for the Delhi Assembly constituencies, and she gave them time like almost 6 months or more than 6 months to prepare the ground for the elections in each constituencies. And and also that she is going to campaign in Delhi. In one meeting she will be addressing at least one meeting at least in each constituency, I mean Lok Sabha constituencies, and I think she will be addressing at least 8 altogether. So that shows that Mayawati is very keen to keep her footprint, or keep her space the party has. In the last election, like you said, they have tremendously increased their vote share in Delhi Assembly election. In many constituencies kind of almost 20 constituencies they have eaten into the BJP votes, and in 10 constituencies they have eaten into
Congress votes.
I mean, they have actually led to the defeat of 20 BJP candidates and 10 Congress candidates. So altogether in almost 30 constituencies out of the 70 constituencies they had a decisive role. So they are trying to retain that. But like you said, during my travel in Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh, interestingly I found that BSP candidates or the BSP posters were increasing, I mean like missing. You can spot it somewhere or other. It was not like in the past. I covered 2008 election also. There you could see BSP posters, BSP's hoardings, candidates, and this like in rural area where when you have loudspeakers with the candidates and the BSP's Hathi symbol, the moving in moving vehicle they will be announcing. All these were almost missing. Like I wouldn't say completely missing. Like in some place, like in Chhattisgarh, Janjgir, Chamba district, where I went. In the BSP's 2 MLAs, which BSP won in the 2008 elections. Those were from the Janjgir constituency, Janjgir district. There, this two constituencies. One candidate interestingly joined Congress sometime back, just before this assembly election. Their presence was very much there. But you should remember that is a place actually Kanshiram started his political life in the national scenario. Like he contested in 1984, I think 1984 election from Janjgir. He did not win the election, but there that helped him to consolidate the Dalit force, the scheduled caste vote base they have in that Mahanadi rivers, plains of Mahanadi river. So their presence was kind of confined to that area. I think Mayawati has only campaigned there in that district. In Madhya Pradesh, the same, BSP had a good, presence, but it is missing now. That thing is, I mean, the presence is not visible now. I am not saying that BSP won't get any votes or something, but in Chhattisgarh, I was talking to even other political observers. They were saying that in Chhattisgarh, their vote percentage what share will come down. And one issue is that the government had reduced the reservation from 16 to 12%, which the BSP apparently failed to take up the issue. But the Congress had, and the Satnami community, because of Ajit Jogi's presence, he belongs to Satnami community. This Satnami community is shifting from this BSP to Congress also. Could be could lead to kind of fall in the BSP's votes in Chhattisgarh. Madhya Pradesh, I think in Malwa region also, which was my colleague has travelled and he was telling this is almost the similar situation in Malwa region, the Bundelkhand region, where she could actually gain a certain percentage of vote. The BSP is more or less visibly, is that presence is not there.
So, given the fact that they are a force to look at, what do you think about the BSP's loss in Chhattisgarh and MP would be a gain for whom, and the BSP's gain in Delhi might be bad news for which party, if we consider both Congress and BJP?
I think in Delhi, BSP's gain will be a loss of both the BJP and the Congress, because the urban Dalits, vote for both for Congress parties and BJP. So it will be a loss for both. Whatever BSP is gaining will be the BJP's and Congress's loss. We can't say like it will be their loss and it will be like I explained how they voted in the last. How they were
equally hurting.
Yeah, BJP was hurt more. Obviously, BJP lost many seats. That is why. And in Chhattisgarh, I think since anti-incumbency is there, BSP's loss will be Congress's gain. It could be because the anti-incumbency vote and the whatever resentment against the government will go to the opposition party. So I think Congress could gain that. A kind of comparatively Congress will be a gainer in the other two states, mainly because it is the anti-incumbency wave is there. So, and again in Delhi, Mayawati, another reason for Mayawati's focus on Delhi, Mayawati is like now after becoming an opposition party in Uttar Pradesh, she has her attention has shifted to the national scenario. She is more or less kind of
she's stationed around in Delhi.
So I think it is very clear. I mean, it goes with her the already done pattern that the BSP is trying to focus in Delhi.
So you do think that irrespective of whether they win or lose, it will be an interesting party to look at in these ongoing assembly elections?
Certainly.
Okay. Thank you for joining us, Liz.
Thank you.
We shall be tracking all the developments in the days to come. Stay tuned and keep watching.